All right, so the next and last collection we're going to go over is the map. The map is essentially a dictionary. It is a set of key value pairs. Each item in a map can be accessed by a unique key. The map holds only one value for each key. So now, in this case, we're legit just going to make a map. We're going to have a map that holds countries. So let's create a file. We're going to call this map. Let's make it more specific. So map of countries. And we're going to make this equal to map of. And let's remove that for now. So just like before with sets, a list, arrays, if we want to create a map, we use map of. You see the correlation. To make a list, we use list of. To make an array, we use array of. And to create a set, we use set of. So to create a map, we use map of. And within the parentheses, we can start defining the key value pair relationship. So before with set and list, we didn't have to create a key, but the special thing about a map is that it has a key. So in this case, I want to create a key for each country. So in this case, I'm just going to use characters. So for the US, I'm going to make it have a key of X. And to assign it to a value, you use 2. And then we create the value, which in this case, I want to create US. So the key value pair relationship. The key is X, and that is the key to the value, which is US. Now the next key value pair I'm going to create is for Canada. So we're going to make a key called Y, and that is to assign it to a value of Canada. And just a last key value pair that I want to use is Z, and that is going to be assigned to Germany. So it doesn't necessarily have to be a string, a char. It can be a number if you want it to, or it can be just a character. And I probably should just use characters for this, because if I'm only gonna make it X, Y, and Z, then I should probably just use characters. But yeah, you're just not conformed to just using one type for the key and the value. So now if I print this out, let's print out the map in general first, map of countries, and then we're going to print out us retrieving. In this case, let's retrieve Germany. So let's use map, and just like with an array, we just use the the square brackets to place in the key. So in this case, we want to retrieve Z, map of countries. And then boom. So if we run this, we should see X, Y, and Z, and the values assigned to it. So it's going to say X is equal to US, Y is equal to Canada, and Z is equal to Germany. And if we just try to retrieve Z, we'll just see Germany. And you're not just restricted to that as well. The map does have a lot of predefined methods that come with it. So we can use get, and we can use the char. So let's create Y, or let's retrieve Y, and in this case it should just grab Canada. So cool stuff. Alright, so just like with the list and the sets, we do have a mutable version for the map that will allow us to write to the map. So let's just create a mutable map of countries, and let's call this legit mutable map of countries. And we're going to make this equal to mutable map of. And in this case, I know I want to use char for the key type, and I know I want to use string for the value type. And yeah, it's lowercase h. So before we just use one data type to specify the element type, but in this case we have the key and we have the value, we have to specify that. Or we could just call it infer it, but in this case I want to specify it myself, so I just put char and string for the key and the value. All right, so now we're just gonna copy this from above, because whoops, my finger didn't slide exactly how I wanted it to. Let's copy that. Let's paste that in. Make our life easy. And let's start writing some data into this. So let's just print out the regular version so you guys can see, the original. And then let's start adding in. So I want to start adding some more countries in. So let's just use mutable map of countries. Let's open up some square brackets and we can specify the key here. So let's specify, let's make this A for the key, and we're gonna make this equal to Mex for Mexico, and mutable map of countries, we're gonna specify B, and we're going to make this equal to, let's see, what's a nice low key country. Let's call this Nigeria. And then immutable map of countries. Let's make this C. And then we're going to make this equal to Brazil. So 3 should be good. They have a key of A, B, and C. And if we print this out, we will see that we have a difference. So let's run this. Boom. So we have X, Y, and Z for US, Canada, and Germany. And then we have A, B, and C for Mexico, Nigeria, and Brazil. Looks good. All right, so now it's time to start to, remove things. So just so you guys can see how to remove things. Mutable map of countries. Let's just use remove. And in this case, we have to specify the key. So the last thing we added was Brazil, and it has a key of C. And let's also use replace, just so we can see that in action. So we'll take Nigeria and we'll replace it with Dominican Republic. So we'll use DR, and then we'll print this out. Mutable map of countries. Oop, I always make this mistake for some reason. Mutable map of countries. And we'll run this. Let's separate this because this is bothering my eyes. It's still not doing it for me. But let's run this, and then we shall see that Nigeria is not there anymore. It's replaced with DR. Brazil was removed from this mutable map. And this is the final result that we get by me manipulating this mutable map of countries. So cool stuff. So now you guys know how to specify specific data types for a map. You can make the map mutable if you want to, or you just use a regular map if you just want to retrieve from the map that you created originally. So yeah, that is the map out of the collections.